You have done everything right. You cut back on the fatty foods, you take the little pill your doctor gave you to protect your heart, you show up and try to be a good patient, and yet somehow you feel worse than you did a few years ago. Your muscles ache for no clear reason. Your legs feel weak on the stairs. And by the middle of the afternoon, you are running on fumes again. For years, I have watched good people blame themselves for exactly this. They decide they have gotten lazy or soft, or that this is just what being older feels like. But something is happening quietly inside their cells, and it has a real and specific cause. Today, I'm going to name the hidden forces that may be draining your cellular energy without you ever noticing, and I will be honest with you, one of them might be sitting in your medicine cabinet right now. I'm Dr. Karl Reinhardt, an integrative and functional medicine physician with more than 25 years of experience, helping adults over 50 like you regain their energy, performance, and vitality. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. Before we go any further, if you're serious about protecting your energy, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I share real information backed by real science for adults over 50 just like you. And if this topic matters to you, type 1 in the comments and tell me where in the world you're watching from. If not, type 0 so I know how to help you better next time I read the comments. Now let's get into it. In the last video, we talked about the tiny furnaces inside your cells, the mitochondria, and the little production line inside them where workers pass electrons down a chain to create your energy. If you have not seen that one yet, go back and watch it after this because today builds directly on it. Here's the first quiet destroyer. Even in a perfectly healthy person, that production line is a little bit messy. As the electrons move down the chain, a small number of them, roughly 1 or 2 out of every 100, escape and combine with oxygen to form unstable molecules. Scientists call these reactive oxygen species. I call them internal rust. In small amounts, your body handles them easily with its own built-in cleanup crew of antioxidants. But when the rust is produced faster than the cleanup crew can handle, it starts to pile up. And that rust damages the very machinery that made it. It damages the proteins, the fats, and even the DNA inside your furnaces. This is what researchers mean when they say oxidative stress, and study after study has placed it right at the center of how we age. Now here's what pours fuel on that fire: sugar. When you flood your body with too much sugar, meal after meal, year after year, your mitochondria get overwhelmed. Research on high blood sugar shows it drives up the production of that internal rust, makes your furnaces less efficient, and feeds a vicious cycle where damaged mitochondria produce even more rust, which causes even more damage. The sweet snacks, the sodas, the endless refined carbohydrates, they are not just a problem for your waistline. They are quietly corroding your energy system from the inside. And that leads to the third force, the one people never expect: chronic stress. When you live in a state of constant pressure, your body pumps out stress hormones day after day. Research suggests those stress hormones can damage the DNA inside your mitochondria directly, and they raise the level of inflammation and oxidative damage throughout your body. So the worry itself, the pressure that never lets up, is reaching all the way down into your cells and wearing out your furnaces. If you're finding this valuable, take 1 second and subscribe. It genuinely helps the channel reach more people who need this. Okay, here's the part most people never hear. I told you at the start that one of these hidden drains might be in your medicine cabinet, and I meant it. So let me be very careful and very honest here because this is important and it is easy to get wrong. There is a class of medication called statins. They are among the most prescribed drugs in the entire world. And for millions of people, they are genuinely life-saving because they lower cholesterol and protect against heart attacks and strokes. I want to be absolutely clear before I say another word. If you are on a statin, do not stop taking it because of a video. That decision belongs to you and your doctor, and stopping on your own can be dangerous. But here's the piece that connects statins to everything we have talked about today. Statins work by blocking a pathway in your body that produces cholesterol. And that very same pathway, the mevalonate pathway, also produces a compound called coenzyme Q10 or CoQ10. Now think back to that production line inside your furnaces. CoQ10 is one of the essential workers on that line, one of the key carriers that shuttles electrons along the chain. Studies in both animals and humans have shown that statins can lower the level of CoQ10 in your blood and in some tissues. And since CoQ10 is fundamental to how your cells make energy, researchers have long suspected that this drop may be one reason some people on statins feel muscle aches, weakness, and fatigue. I will be straight with you about the science, because that is what you deserve. The evidence is not perfectly settled. The drop in blood CoQ10 is well documented, while the studies looking directly at muscle tissue have been more mixed. But the connection is real enough and biologically sensible enough that many doctors will tell you they have seen CoQ10 make a difference for certain patients. So here is what I want you to take from this. If you are on a statin and you have been feeling unusually drained or achy, that is not you being weak, and it is not all in your head. There may be a real cellular reason behind it. And CoQ10 is exactly the kind of thing to raise with your own doctor, who can look at your full picture and decide whether it makes sense for you. That is a conversation to have together, never an experiment to run alone. Because the bigger truth is this: your cellular energy is not being destroyed by one single villain. It is worn down by a handful of forces working quietly together: the internal rust, the sugar that feeds it, the stress that accelerates it, and sometimes even a medication doing an important job elsewhere. And once you can see them clearly, you can finally start to push back. Next in the Energy House, I am going to reveal the brain fog no one warns you about after 50, and why that foggy, forgetful, one step behind feeling may have far less to do with your memory than you think. You will not want to miss it, so make sure you are subscribed. Take care of your Energy House, and it will take care of you. This channel is for education, not medical advice, so always talk to your own doctor before changing anything. I'll see you in the next one.